Hey guys, welcome back to Foreign Gamers. I am Ryan, and today, instead of posting a walkthrough, I will be doing a rant/review, I guess, of the new movie Robocop. There are a lot of things that pissed me off about this movie, and there will be a lot of spoilers in this video, so if you do want to watch the movie, then I recommend you don't watch the video right now. But if you do want to watch the movie, and you don't want to get the spoilers, then don't watch it, obviously. I think I'm going to start off with the fact that this guy right here plays the new Robocop. His name is Joel Kinnaman, and to be honest, I think he's a little bit too New Yorkish kind of gangster to play him. I do prefer the way Peter Weller, the original Robocop, played him in, I think, 1987. That movie was just a lot better in just so many ways, and it just was perfect. The new movie also seems to be based in more of a futuristic time period than the original movie. When the original movie came out, it was like when Robocop first appeared on the screen. It was like a new thing, you know. There was no robots before that, except for the Ed 209, which I guess was still, I guess you could say it was still in the beta phase. It was still being tested, and it wasn't really proven to be an actual fit for duty kind of machine. Except for the fact when Robocop came out, they were like, oh yeah, that's awesome. But in the new movie, it was all futuristic. There was all these not Robocops, but there was all these robots on the street and everything. And there was all these, I think they're called something different in the movie now, but there are all these Ed 209s, whatever, all over the street and everything. I didn't really like that because it doesn't stay true to the story of the original movie, first of all, and secondly, I'm not used to it, and I don't really like change when it comes to this sort of thing. So I would have preferred if they redid it in the same way that they did it in the original movie, because the new take on it isn't what I would want. Another thing I noticed is that the way Alex Murphy becomes Robocop is completely different in the two movies. In the first movie, in the original movie in 1987, Peter Weller gets shot to shit. He gets his hand blown off, then he gets his arm blown off, then he gets completely just taken down by 4 gunmen with shotguns, which is really unfair of a fight, which I thought was so much more dramatic and a really cool way to tell the fact that he's almost dead and everything. And in the new movie, he just there's a bomb planted underneath his car, and his car starts the car alarm starts going off, and he goes outside to turn it off, and he can't turn it off, so he opens the car door, and boom, there's a big explosion, and that's how he needs to become Robocop, because he almost explodes to death. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I don't really like the new way they did it because it wasn't as dramatic as the first way, and it was just too quick, and it was just too, oh, okay, that happened. Well, we all know that was going to happen. But, it wasn't as good as the original. Another thing that's not as good as the original is the suit. I mean, I do like the slimmed down black kind of, I don't really like the black, but I do like the slimmed down look of the new suit. I think it's kind of cool and it's very modernized, but it definitely looks like it's just kind of armor, a guy's inside a suit of armor, a robotic suit. In the original movie, the way it was constructed and designed, it looked like that if I were to actually go up to the arm and kind of pull it off, it would actually pull off. But in the new suit, it looks like it's all one piece, and it's all been welded together, and it's all just, I just don't like the way it is. It's just like he's wearing a jumpsuit or whatever, a jumpsuit that's designed to look like metal, and it just doesn't work for me at all. Another thing is that the fact that they kept I think it says his right arm. I don't like that at all, because that's not very Robocop. In the face, they made the face look like it's just inside of a helmet, and in the original movie, they made it look like the face was peeled off of, what's his name, Alex Murphy, and put onto the Robocop, suit, I guess. I do like the way they did it in the 1987 version, because it was just really cool, and it was a really cool effect to see and do. And they didn't do it in the new movie, which I think would have made it a lot better, and I would have enjoyed that a lot more. Another thing I would have enjoyed a lot more is if they made the new movie rated R, just like the older one was, because the older one had so much swearing in it and so much blood. It was more realistic to me, because that's what you would actually see. You would actually see all these guys swearing this much, because they're actually all they're conveying real emotions. That's what you would actually see in today's world, not what you saw in the movie. In the movie, it was too Hollywood. It was too Hollywood. I didn't enjoy it. The rating, at least, because it was PG-13 and it wasn't as realistic as it could have. Because I don't know how many times they say, they drop the F-bomb in the 1987 version of the movie.
Lewis, come here when you finish fucking around with your suspect. Get on your feet. Fuck up, motherfucker. I fucking fucked. Fucking. I fucking. The fuck. Fuck me.
Another thing that they did in the older movie that they should have done in the newer movie was add in Robocop's iconic gun flip and holster that he does in the original movies after he shoots or takes down a victim or whatever. I think they should have added that because it was really cool and it was an iconic scene, and it's his memorable it's what's memorable for Robocop. You know, when you see someone do that, like, hey, I know who does that. Robocop does that. That's really cool. And they didn't do that, and I thought that would have been a lot cooler to add in. Another thing that they didn't touch on was his phrase, "Dead or alive, you're coming with me." I think they should have used that a lot more than they did in the movie, because they only used it once at like the very end of the movie, after he was like shot to shit again as Robocop. Though he had his arm like shot off by himself, actually. He had like huge bullet holes in him and everything, and he was trying to shoot this guy, and the way he says it, he seems very, very weak. And I don't like that, because that phrase is something that you see like a hero says, you know? It's like you expect Robocop to like pull his gun and say, "Dead or alive, you're coming with me." Not the way he says it in the movie. And you know, the line should have been like at this very first arrest, like the very first time you see Robocop come out in the public in the new movie, he arrests somebody, and they should have made him say that line, "Dead or alive, you're coming with me," because it would have been so much more heroic and more Robocop. Basically, to sum it up, the new movie didn't really catch my interest as much as the older movie did. I definitely recommend the older movie much, much more over the new one. Unless you're like a big fan of Joel Kinnaman, but I haven't really seen him in any movies except for that one television show or whatever, like that's 2 seasons long on Netflix, which actually wasn't bad. But the original movie was far better with Peter Weller. The ones after that one, though, are just complete crap as well. So I don't recommend any of the Robocop movies after the very original one in 1987 with Peter Weller. But you can be adventurous if you want and watch them. But basically, that's my review. That's what I feel about the movie. And if you guys have any different opinions, please feel free to comment them in the comments below. Let me know how you feel. And that's that. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope I didn't spoil anything if you guys didn't want to have spoilers. But I told you at the very beginning, so shame on you if you watched and you didn't want spoilers. Thank you for watching again. You can follow us on Twitter. Comments in the section below. Thank you very much. See you next time.